Isaiah Stewart is a defensive force and one of the highest paid players on the Detroit Pistons. And he just did something crazy, and I had to make a video about it.
Tops him to a cutting mock. Look at this. Never go too far away, Paul. And Lillard by Portis in the corner. Blocked. Saved it.
As of this month, he just became the first NBA player to sign a deal with Xero shoes, a brand specializing in minimal, flexible, lightweight, barefoot shoes, with the philosophy of strengthening your feet instead of relying on extra supportive shoes. And you might be onto something. Barefoot shoes allow your feet to plant directly on the ground with no wiggle room, for your toes to splay out and for your feet to flex more freely, which gives your body a totally different kind of support than your standard basketball shoe, or any typical shoe. So they cut out the middleman between your feet and the ground, and they might even help build up the natural springiness of the arch in your foot, which could be huge for athleticism.
Especially on the defensive side of the basketball, it allows me to, just be quicker than my opponent and, allow me to, really dominate and conquer the paint. I feel connected to my body, and I feel like there's nothing on the basketball court that I can't do while I'm wearing these. They test our jumps, and my jumps this year, the numbers are off the charts. So, Xero shoes have played a tremendous role in that.
One thing Stewart specifically mentioned was his jumping. And he wouldn't be the only person seeing inhuman jumping gains wearing barefoot shoes. Have you ever seen knees over toes guy?
Watch the left knee. That knee goes over the toes. Head over the rim, come on. Oh!
This guy is insane. He used to have knee problems and can barely touch the rim, and now he's doing this. He has tons of super valuable content if you want to check him out. But part of what he preaches is minimalist footwear like this.
In basketball, we're wearing these high-heeled shoes, right? So now imagine I land on someone wearing like a freaking size 15 shoe, and now my heel's elevated. It's a massive roll. You can't win. We're all screwed. Notice this is a martial arts shoe. So yeah, I've been dunking, sprinting, dribbling with a martial arts shoe on, but that's because I'm just waiting for some company to make $1 billion making a basketball shoe with a lower heel. Doesn't mean it prevents ankle sprain, it reduces it. Australian study found 4 times more likely to sprain an ankle if you have that Nike Air cushion.
So the point is, regardless whether barefoot shoes will transform your abilities, it is true that you can be a freak athlete while wearing them. But how will they perform in a professional, high-speed NBA game? That might be a totally different story, right? And that's what's so interesting. Isaiah Stewart has the opportunity to prove whether or not barefoot shoes are really viable at the elite level.
This is Temi Fagbenle.
Fagbenle. Temi Fagbenle from the WNBA is doing the same thing. She just made the same deal with Xero. And depending on how this goes, this could give huge credibility to barefoot shoes. And it could have sweeping impacts on the type of shoes that all sorts of shoe companies are developing, right? Because if there's a demand for minimalist barefoot shoes, there's no way a major shoe manufacturer is gonna ignore it. So I'm pretty confident that this could be a great development in athletic footwear as a whole. But my one concern is Xero themselves. We've seen before that Xero shoes aren't always the most durable shoes, right? Sometimes the cementing between the top and bottom of the shoe comes undone. And it would be horrible if these shoes started falling apart on Isaiah Stewart during a game. If Isaiah Stewart starts hating these Xero shoes, that's gonna be detrimental PR for them and for and for barefoot shoes as a whole. Now I'm guessing that Xero has made these shoes extra strong and has improved the build quality to some degree to really stand up to being a high functioning basketball shoe. But we won't really know until we see them in action. Or you could find out for yourself because they actually just put these shoes on sale. You can get the exact same shoes that Isaiah Stewart is wearing, the Xero X1 Mid, or you can get the X1 Low, which is the shoe that Temi Fagbenle is promoting. And I actually happen to be a Xero affiliate. So if you're interested in checking them out, use my affiliate link in the description and they'll know I sent you. Healthy footwear is my thing. That's what this channel's all about. And it feels like there's just constantly more and more interesting shoes with different specialties coming out. So if you want to dive a little bit deeper into healthy footwear and stuff, check out this video here. But Xero's making big moves, and I personally am really excited to see what direction this pushes the shoe industry in.